The long way the truth takes. They said the house had always leaned. That was the story everyone agreed on. That the tilt in the porch posts, the way the back door swung open on its own, the faint diagonal in the upstairs windows had been there longer than memory. Old houses settle. Old lives do too. I never corrected them. The thing about living somewhere a long time is that people stop asking you questions. They assume the answers have already been given, somewhere, by someone else. That suits me fine. The morning the sheriff came by, I was shelling peas at the kitchen table. The bowl was metal, dented, loud enough to make silence noticeable. He stood in the doorway longer than necessary, waiting for me to look up. I didn't. "Morning," he said. I replied. Not agreement, just acknowledgement. He finally pulled out a chair and leaned on the back. People do that when they're nervous, try to make themselves part of the furniture. "We found something down by the water," he said. I kept shelling. The peas were good this year, firm, cooperative. "What kind of something?" I asked. He hesitated. That told me enough. "Does it have a name?" I added. He cleared his throat. "Not yet." Outside, the lake lay flat and bright, the way it does when it wants to look innocent. You could see straight to the bottom if you knew where to stand. I wiped my hands on my apron and finally met his eyes. "Then you should give it one," I said. "Things don't like being unnamed." He blinked at that, wrote something down he wouldn't remember later. People think mysteries begin with an event, a body, a noise in the night, a disappearance. They don't. They begin with endurance, with what a person learns to live beside without comment, with what gets absorbed into routine until it no longer looks like a choice. After the sheriff left, I walked the long way to the shore. The path curves for a reason, keeps you from seeing too much at once. I've always respected that. The object lay half buried where the water meets the stones. Not new, not old enough to be ancient, just finished. Whatever it had been meant to do, it had done. I stood there a while, letting the sun warm my shoulders. No one else came. They never do, not at that hour. I thought about the house, about the way the floorboard by the stairs gives just a little if you step on it wrong, about the night I learned exactly how much weight it could take before it didn't. That was a long time ago. People ask sometimes how you know when enough is enough. You don't. You only know when this is what's left. I turned back before the sheriff could return. There was bread to tend to, laundry to fold. Ordinary things that keep the world from asking too many questions at once. By evening, the lake had changed its color. A thin wind crossed the surface, breaking the reflection into pieces small enough to live with. If they ever decide to ask me what I know, I'll tell them the truth. Just not all at the same time. Some things take the long way.